assuming that they are sturdy enough to hold your bountiful fabric collection. So we have Anne. So what do we got? We're going to have to name this one.
I know. I was thinking Catherine to go with consistency, but our landlady's name is Catherine.
True.
Okay. So I know I'm a hypocrite. I judge Wish and Temu like nobody's business. They deserve to be judged. It is the epitome of corrupt fast fashion. But that's not what I buy. But regardless of any online shopping forum, I don't buy clothes on fast fashion websites. My standards are high. I do a lot of research, and if I'm going to buy a costume online, it is always likely to be Holy clothing because their designs are gorgeous. We know they treat their seamstress as well, so there's that. But today, the haul that I will be unboxing for you has nothing to do with clothing. There are plenty of categories on those sites that I have tried, and lo and behold, it is so far, Temu is the one place I can buy a mannequin in roughly my size. That is a sewing mannequin, not a display mannequin. The mannequin I bought previously was off Temu, and it works brilliantly. I think it has elevated the quality of my channel a lot, and now I am finding myself in a circumstance where one is not enough. So I imagine that one of these boxes is said mannequin, and we're going to get into that. That's just going to be a quick unboxing. I'll screw it together easy peasy. But the point of this video is in the second package, which has something to do with these bags behind me. These 3 bags contain my entire fabric collection, and as much as I appreciate these bags, they're made for storing bedding, which essentially that is most of my fabric collection is old bedding that I find secondhand at thrift stores, really cheap, at least a year's worth of projects alone. So if I find myself in a dry spell, if I find myself with a tighter budget, then I know I have stuff to fall back on, and there's plenty of really good stuff in here that I'm very excited to use. I just haven't gotten around to it quite yet. We'll see what the rest of this year holds. We have the rest of the summer. We have a good fall. We have Halloween coming up. There's Christmas. There's plenty to do, and quite a lot of fabric to use. I've come to a place where storage has become an issue. There is no room left in these. It's become a bit of a problem, so I needed to find a way to optimize storage, but I also need storage that has good space, but is also compatibly stackable, where I can just have a stack of containers on top of each other, and I don't have to fear them falling over. I'm going to open these boxes today because they just arrived, and thank God they did, because I have a week and a half of house sitting in a couple of days. Now I don't have to wait to come home from that job. I can do that right here, right now, get it all set up before I leave. let's get these boxes opened and then we can start assembly. So the lighter box, I imagine, is the mannequin, because the last time I bought this mannequin, the box was surprisingly light for a mannequin. At least I thought so. And then this heavier box, I imagine it's the furniture. Now, it says here on the box, no box cutters, but how on earth am I supposed to open a box without a blade? So we're just going to be very careful. Just keep it on the surface. Don't go too deep into the box. There we go. Doubt I am hurting anything by using a blade. People can be just so paranoid when it comes to products. And look, there was a piece of cardboard across the top anyway. So what were they so afraid of? This is the mannequin. I thought so. It was the lighter box, which is good because I need this for my siren project. So it arrived just in time for that. This is I just went into my purchase history and grabbed the same one that I got last time because I know the one I have works. So don't flirt with fate. We know it works. It's a good sturdy mannequin. I can poke into it with pins. So if it worked before, it'll work again, right? Here we go. So this is the torso. The size is 10-12. So normally when I fit my clothes onto it, it is a little loose on the mannequin because it fits a 10 as well. We're just going to put this puppy together. These are, isn't it amazing how useless instructions have gotten? Remember the good old days when there were actual instruction books that have been written in proper English, not this ESL nonsense you find, assuming there's any writing at all, but this is all I have in terms of instructions. Instructions are now given to you in emoji. These are the legs. Facing towards this is what the legs slide into. So slide number 1 tells us to slip these in, just like this. Another thing I like about this mannequin is that it is wood. It's not made out of wiring or plastic or anything like that. It is proper wood. So it's a nice sturdy mannequin. So now that that's done, we have this little disc and this bit. So this goes into here like that, and then this part will go into here, and that screws on. Okay, now that can stand up. And so the middle bar goes next. Okay, that appears to be in. Now we're going to put the torso on. Okay, so the other end of the metal pole goes in the plastic bit, and then we're going to tighten it. It's like threading a very large needle. See if that's secure. The last bit is the head. So that screws up here in the top, and then we have a mannequin. Same as the last one. Oh, it doesn't screw. Just push it in there, theoretically. Oh wait, does this come off? Yep. There's a cover bit on the screw, so we're just going to pull that off. Now we can screw it in. That's the part I was missing. And voila! So that's box number 1. We have our mannequin. So we're going to put her off to the side. We're going to need to give her a name. I did name my first mannequin Anne. Give the video a like if you understand the reference, which kind of, if we're going to stay on theme, we could name this one Catherine with a K, but that would be a bit of a problem considering my landlady's name is Catherine with a K. Alright, so that's one box. Here is the second box, which is going to require a bit more assembly, but according to the video on the app, it should be pretty user-friendly still. There's just some unfolding and a few clicks and such, so we're going to see how that goes for us, and then I'll start getting the fabric collection transferred from the unstable bins into its new shelving unit. These are the containers. It's a good size, actually. I was kind of afraid these would be smaller than they looked on the photos in the video, and that I would wind up with very small storage, which wouldn't help me at all, because I need a lot of space for my fabric. But these are pretty good size. This might be the top of it, I think. And this thing should also have wheels, maybe. Can you pick up one with wheels? Maybe? Yeah, here they are. Wheels. Okay. And probably another emoji instructions booklet. There are actually words on this one. Surprising. Yeah. This comes out. Okay, here we go. Oh, this comes out. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, I see what's happening here. Okay, I'm going to stand this back up. Okay, so this clips in like that. Yeah. There we go. We want to hear those big clips. That's how you know things are popping into place. There we go. There we go. And then we need the doors, which are right here, and they go in the same way. They pop into place. You just catch them around. Here we go. All right. Now what the hell are these for? Oh, they're handles. I think, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Doors are open with handles. And it does appear to be some weak connections here. I think that might be a little more secure once we start stacking these. Okay. I'm gonna see here how the wheels get on. This is going to be the base, so I do see some holes. And my guess is we just pop the wheels right in. There we go. So one thing I'm not quite certain yet is what these are for. Imagine they're for some kind of securing measure. I'm going to pull out the emoji instructions again, see if that can tell me anything. Where are the emoji instructions? They just have them somewhere. See if I can find some kind of opening or something that will explain what these things are for. They're magnetic. So my guess, yep, here it is. You put these in the door, and that keeps it secure. Okay, I see it now. There are holes right here in this little area. Like there's this little thing that sticks out of the front. Right here, you pop these magnets in. There's another one here at the bottom. Pop the magnets in. And that's handy. I believe each one comes with an extra. So I'm going to put that off to the side. And now the doors actually stay closed. So that's good. A good note, if something is even slightly undone, and you have to undo everything just to put it back together. So really make sure that these hinges are all secure before you lift the third wall, otherwise you're going to wind up with, yep, there we go. Going to wind up with undone hinges. Alright, let's put this back together. There's got to be a way to just kind of slide this down. The handle isn't going to fit unless it can fit over this part. So there's something I need to figure out here. There we go. It's working. Okay, now they're secure. These clasp on just like that. So let's install the door. We just clip those right in, just like that. Like that. Clip these in. They go right here, just like that. And then these magnet closed.
I'll get it.
Hello? Permission to enter the armory.
It's not an armory, it's just an assembly line right now.
There. Is it like Legos?
Yeah, that's exactly like Legos. You have to hear that pop, make sure it's really in there.
Haha. This goes like this. And does the thing, and then the flippity.
Sure, it's
There's a fine line between hearing it pop into place and hearing it snap.
this one. There you go.
Look at that. When in doubt, knife it apart.
So the handles go in here like this, not this container.
I distracted you. Let's go wheels.
Yep. Theoretically, we'll see how well they work.
It has wheels.
Yes.
Are they functional wheels?
Well,
Remains
there
to
are
be seen.
brakes on some of those.
Ah.
Just pop them in like this. I'm sure you would have had a lot of fun figuring this out.
You're probably right.
I just thought you would be home later. Why do I have extra magnets?
Niska from Firefly. Not just a Russian, that particular is solid. No more action.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
Assuming
A
it's
couple of these, it could serve as like dressers and stuff.
assuming that they are sturdy enough to hold your bountiful fabric collection. That's cool, man. I dig it. Good job, honey. And then, okay. So we have
Setting
Anne.
up the thumbnail here.
Nice. So we have Anne. So what do we got? We're going to have to name this one.
I know, I was thinking Catherine to go with consistency, but our landlady's name is Catherine.
True. Could go with Marie.
Marie Antoinette.
But then again, our landlady's middle name is Marie.
We have a problem.
We do. We need another beheaded queen. What do we got?
Mary, Queen of Scots. We could go with Mary.
We could. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Brain,
We'll go
no
with
thinking
Mary
right now.
for now.
We'll go with Mary for now.
Yeah.
We'll see what fits best. But brain, no thinky currently. Yeah.
How much brain power do you require to maybe help me transfer fabric?
That is manual labor. That does not require me to think.
I thought so. Because it's wedding dress satin. That smell.
Yeah, I could.
That's,
Yeah,
It's kind of dope, right?
it is. Yes.
Certainly not a natural fabric, but
No.
sometimes we have to make allowances.
You make sacrifices for pretty.
I can't be a fiber snob all the time. Like also leafy embroidery, so these two I was saving for some kind of fantasy-like project. So all the black and the grays can go together as well, because black is a very valuable color for me. It's hard to find. So
Yes.
when I do find black, I just have to snatch it. I've actually just been brainstorming. Or shut itself off
No,
again.
I was tossing fuzz.
Okay.
Ray's look from Last Jedi, black and gray.
Black.
That's pretty.
You really go up top. That's a base sheet. This is fantasy-like.
That is all.
All right, so here it is. All complete. We have 4 tiers of very well organized fabrics. doors are magnetic, so they can open and close easily. And it's already making a difference. I know this is the third or fourth time I've organized this closet, but I think we really have a winner here because everything is accessible. I don't have to keep pulling out bins, whether they're flat, long bins or big, bulky, fabricy bins. This one is good and sturdy, and everything is accessible without me dismantling the entire closet like I was doing before. Here on the top tier, we have everything that I have designations for. We have this duvet here, but I might actually change plans for this after all. All of the blues that I plan on using for Randy's Doctor Strange. Over here we have blacks and grays, and I'm planning maybe a Star Wars or maybe a Doctor Who Star Wars crossover for that. It's definitely going to be a project for another time, which we're very excited about. Down here on tier 2, we have all the neutrals. We have all the beiges, gray, the beiges, the whites. Here's a gray one. This is brown, and then down hiding here is another gray. So we have 2 brown sheets, a bunch of beige and white. They're really good for basic pieces. And then down here, we get more of the delicate fabrics that could be used for more of a fantasy looks, and also the purple towel fabric. We got some interface here, but now that I have a place for the interface, I can easily grab it. This is just a light blue sheet that I needed room for, but and a black sheet. They're just kind of stuck here because there's not a lot of room left on the top level. But also what we have here is all of the delicate white fabrics, anything embroidered or sheer. We've got some lacy fabric here, and then this interesting design. This is bamboo cotton. It's really light. So I have no idea what to do with that. It's just an extra sheet in my collection. I'm sure I'll figure something out. And then down here on the bottom level, this is more for the kind of more sentimental fabrics, delicate fabrics I actually will not be cutting up just for anything. I have my mom's old wedding dress fabric. I have some old embroidered linens from my mother-in-law. And this black fabric is really, really light and delicate as well. That would make a good lining. And the blue fabric there is something that I may use for a cape or something like that. So when we open this door, this is where all of the costumes are now hanging. We have everything that we intend to use in the future. All of the ones that we really enjoy and use a lot. The things that we have planned for. Randy's very, very nice leather, very expensive doublet. Some holy clothing options. Some things that I've made for the channel in the past. And a few things that I've bought over time. This may look familiar. I just did an unboxing for this. My very expensive Pendragon's costume. So this is Pendragon's. This is Pendragon's. Some harem pants that I put together, all 3 pairs. The matching vests. This is a holy clothing skirt. I may or may not use that later today. Guess we'll see. A holy clothing dress, which I will also use for plans for another channel here soon. So stay apprised of that when that goes live. And Randy's favorite Renaissance shirt. So yeah, quite a lot of few things we have here. Actually, this should be folded over. This should be, yeah, this isn't hanging right. I think Randy put this away. I need to fold it properly. I know what it was for. I know what Randy did. Okay. Yeah, this is also out of place. This should go with his other pants. So we'll put his pants back like that, and then we'll refold his Renaissance shirt and put it back with the other two, which should be folded over like this. But yeah, anything that I have made that you don't see here is in storage now because I've either overused it, Alice. I've either overused it much or I don't have immediate plans for it. So all of the things that I've made that just don't really have a use right now is down in one of the old storage bags and just sitting on the floor there. I've been struggling with having proper room in this closet for some time because the costumes just keep growing and growing, and my fabric collection keeps growing and growing, and that's kind of, I know, a first world problem, but it is what it is. We have very limited space here in this house, so if it doesn't fit in this closet, there really wouldn't be any room for it, sadly. But that's, that's a long-term goal that we have. Maybe someday we'll have a space with more space. We'll just see. So that's the update on my closet. And I will ensure this cabinet in the closet will show up nicely organized in future videos as I continue to create for you. All right. That's the end of this video. We'll see you in the next one.
Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe. Isn't that what YouTube wants us to say? Our Lords and Master Google? Yeah.